came across a video recently that we need to talk about. At first, I thought this video must be rage bait or overly exaggerated. But once I looked into this topic, I realized just how sinister it's becoming. If you're worried about the world we're leaving to our children, well then it looks like your algorithm brought you to the right place. I'm the mom behind the mask. Welcome.
Hi, no joking in this video. This is a warning, specifically for parents, but I guess really for anybody. Something truly disturbing just happened to me. I just stopped for gas on my way home, and while I was there, I wanted a beverage, so I went to go inside. So as I'm walking in, I am approached by a child. I mean, this kid, he was maybe 14 years old, and he comes up to me and he says, "Hey, can you buy me some Feel Free?" I didn't understand what he was talking about, but I said, "Do you need food or something?" And he said, "No, I need Feel Free." And I was like, "I'm sorry, no." And this young kid lunged at me and tried to take my wallet out of my hand. I grabbed it really fast and I just went inside. So I go inside, I grab my drink, I go up to the cashier and I was like, "Hey, just so you know, there's like some kid out there. He was asking me to buy something for him." And he like tried to grab my wallet and she was just like, "Oh my gosh, it's this." And she pointed to this little blue bottle on the counter that I've never seen before. Looks like that. And I was like, "Oh, what's that? Like a 5-hour energy?" And she was like, "No, this stuff is so sad. I have people coming in here 5-6 times a day to get this. It's so addictive. And people lose their minds. People act like actual crackheads or like they have heroin addictions over this little drink." So I get home and I look into this. People are literally going to rehab over this drink that is legal in most states in the US, that is sold at gas stations. I mean, it's called Feel Free, but traps you in addiction. That feels very nefarious. But I don't think that we talk enough about things that are legal, but sold next to gum and energy drinks. And yeah, this kid was so young, and like his face was like just burned into my memory about how lost he looked. So please be careful.
And I thought, what in the world is Feel Free? I've never seen that. I've never heard of it, and seems pretty problematic. But let me look into it. And what I found was really disturbing.
This wellness drink you can buy at gas stations is reportedly causing terrible addictions. Marketed as a natural alternative to alcohol, Feel Free drinks contain a blend of kava, known for its calming effects, and kratom, which acts as a stimulant with psychoactive and opioid-like properties. Some formulas have twice as much kratom as kava. Botanic Tonics position Feel Free as a safe, healthy, and non-addictive alternative to alcohol, using phrases such as "a social lift without the booze" in its advertising. However, the company's marketing heavily emphasized kava, often relegating kratom to a secondary mention or omitting it altogether in prominent messaging. Despite its wellness branding, Feel Free quickly became associated with reports of dependency and withdrawal. Consumers described escalating use, severe withdrawal symptoms, and significant negative impacts on their health and finances. There's even an entire Reddit subreddit dedicated to helping others recover from Feel Free. Some Reddit users tell stories about their struggles with withdrawals, relapsing, and even overdosing.
And when I hear the word kratom, my ears perk up. Because although I don't want to make assumptions about the type of person that uses that product, where I come from, the people who typically are using kratom are typically prior heavy substance users, if you know what I mean. You can just go into a gas station or a CBD store and get kratom, and that's perfectly legal. And you can technically say that you're quote unquote clean because you're not using the type of substances you were before, but kratom does actually activate the same receptors of the brain that drugs like heroin and other opiates do. And forgive me, like I said, I don't want to overgeneralize the type of person who uses that product, but this is all just to say this is probably not the kind of product that our children should have access to. And when I came across this next video that I'm going to show you, and just be forewarned, it is disturbing to watch. It really confirmed that this is not something that should be on the shelves at all.
No, too much of a struggle.
God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. single secret. So afraid if someone saw them they would leave. But somebody sees you. Somebody will never leave you. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you.
What's up, everybody? I figured I'd give you all a little update. So I'm about 3 or 4 months sober from the Feel Freeze. I'm still, 8 years from heroin and meth. And I will honestly tell you that them withdrawals from them Feel Freeze was absolutely horrendous. I had seizures. I kept locking up, face down like this, couldn't breathe. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. Doing a lot better. I've rebuilt my relationship with my daughter because she did not like the fact that I kind of relapsed, which I don't blame her. She has every right to be. But that's it, man. I just wanted to give y'all a little update. Anyone that's going through the withdrawals from Feel Freeze or anything, keep your head up. It's going to be okay.
And if you think there's only a certain kind of person that can be affected by this type of product, you'd be wrong. I mean, it can be anyone. Everyday people, rich people, poor people, your coworker, your friend, your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, your kid.
Let's talk about the first time that I had an inkling that I might be addicted to Feel Freeze. And hi, my name is Jasmine. I was addicted to the little blue bottles called Feel Free by Botanic Tonics. They have these ingredients in them, and I was drinking upwards to 9, 10, 11, 12 bottles a day at the height of my addiction. But let's rewind to when I first started to feel like maybe this is a problem. So this was around October 2023. I've been clean since March of 2024, so a little bit over a year. And I was taking 1 a day at least at that point, sometimes 2 or 3 a day. But I viewed it as like drinking a coffee every day. I'm like, never had an issue with drinking 1 to 2, sometimes 3 coffees a day. I know it's kind of a lot, but a lot of people do that. But when I would take one of these, I would, in like an hour, crave another one. And I never had that feeling with coffee. Like once I had one, I was good for a little while. And I remember just kind of thinking to myself, this feels a little suspicious. So let me just do some research and Google what this, like, if people can really get addicted to these, because I feel like this could be a problem potentially. I Googled it. I didn't think I was going to find much, but I found a lot, and hundreds, if not thousands of people saying they had become addicted to these. And I'm going to be honest, I just kind of ignored it and was like, I'm not going to become one of those people. I have this under control. I'm just going to keep it to my 3 a day max. I don't remember if it was exactly 3, but it was not obviously to the point that it got really bad to like 9 and upwards. But yeah, I was like, I'm just going to keep it to 3 a day. And funny, I became one of the people that was severely addicted to them eventually, even just like after a couple of months. And so all this to be said, if you are even slightly like, I may have a problem with this thing, but I'm not going to let it get out of control. Like, please just be careful, because we tell ourselves that, it is bumpy, because we tell ourselves that as addicts, and then it gets out of control. So yeah, that's the story of kind of how I started to understand how dangerous these things were.
It's all because of this drink right here. Now, looking at the back ingredients, it contains a compound known as 7-OH, which is a derivative from kratom. Now, if you don't know what kratom is, it's an extremely addictive compound that comes from a plant. And as of now, it is legally sold at many shops and gas stations. Also, what they're not telling you is that kratom hits the same part of your brain that morphine and heroin hits. And also, this compound right here, 7-OH, is a synthesized compound, making the kratom extract 10 times stronger than the regular powder. It is nowhere close to being a sober alternative to alcohol. It is basically a legal loophole to sell heroin in a bottle. Stay safe out there.
The main issue I take with this product, besides all that we've already seen about it, is the ease of access to buying it. Because there are so many people who have reported they've bought it not knowing what it is, not knowing what's in it, not knowing what it does, and they didn't get carded for it. So that tells me our teens have access to it. Our teens who go in and see a product that's on the same level as the 5-hour energy drinks. They see that, and they see a botanical, healthy alternative. They see plant-based. It's marketed as a social lubricant. It's marketed as a calming drink that gives you focus and things like that, right? It's marketed the same, in my eyes, as ashwagandha. something I take every day. So if I go into the store and I see those buzzwords, I see calming, focus, social lubricant, botanical, plant-based, healthy alternative, things like that, I might be prompted to get that. And so might our teen kids. And so might our grandparents who don't know what's in that or the properties that go along with that. This is a dangerous product that should not be on the shelves. And at the very least, if it has to be on the shelves, it needs to be marketed for what it really is. If you're still here, I thank you for watching. Please let me know your thoughts down below and subscribe if you like. And if you're worried about the world we're leaving to our children, so am I.